We just have word breaking moments ago that the president has signed the proclamation that will authorize sending the National Guard to the border, so that is now in motion. James Jones helped pass NAFTA as the former U.S. ambassador to Mexico under President Clinton, and he is our exclusive guest tonight only on this story. Sir, good to see you tonight. I'm curious what you think about the president's plan here.
Well, it depends on what the plan is. As far as the troops, every nation has the right to guard their borders. The Obama administration and the Bush administration both put U.S. troops on the border for a short-lived period of time. So that is not a particular problem. I think we need to know what the plan is, though.
In terms of NAFTA, you helped to craft it and pass it. He has said some very unflattering things about NAFTA, including taking aim at some of the people who were behind it, questioning, how you could have come up with such a deal. He talks about the fact that when it was crafted, there was a very small trade surplus with Mexico. Now you've got a $63 billion trade deficit with Mexico, and also points to the loss of 850,000 U.S. jobs since its signing. Is it time to scrap or redo NAFTA?
Well, of course, it's time to modernize NAFTA. There's no question about it. It's a 25-year-old treaty. We didn't even have cell phones in the days when NAFTA was passed, so a lot of things need to be modernized and upgraded. That's not the issue. As far as the jobs being lost by NAFTA or any trade agreement, it's been shown very clearly that most of those jobs, 80-some% of those jobs, have been lost by technology improvements. And I don't think we want to stop technology in order to save certain jobs. So I think there's a lot of bad information being distributed on both the trade agreements and our relationship with Mexico, which needs to be corrected. Whatever the staff is feeding that information needs to get it right.
It's interesting when you listen to what we're hearing from Mexican officials with regard to this, and it feels like they are recognizing their role in some of what has poured across our border to some extent. Here's the Mexican ambassador, Geronimo Gutierrez, on Special Report. Watch.
In 2016, Mexico repatriated, respecting the rights of people, repatriated around 153,000 Central Americans.
That's a lot of people.
In 2017, that number was around 100,000, and the figures so far for these years are around 40,000. So we do work to assure that migration is legal, safe, and ordered.
Ambassador Jones, it sounds like in many ways Mexico has tougher laws at their borders than we do.
Well, I don't know if they have tougher laws at their border, but they have different laws. One of the things that needs to be clarified is Mexico and the United States working together to solve these border problems, whether it's immigration or whether it's drugs and guns and things like that. And the fact is, I've been on the Secretary of Homeland Security's Advisory Council for about 6 or 7 years under 3 different secretaries, including the current one. And I asked our law enforcement people at DHS, how are we working together? And the word I get from our own U.S. law enforcement people is the relationship and the cooperation has never been better. Mexico is apprehending a lot more people than they ever have. We're working together on exchanging information, etc. So I think that needs to be clarified.
Yeah, that's not what we're hearing from Vicente Fox, but it does seem like the people who are in charge now have a very different feeling about the relationship overall. Thank you so much, Ambassador Jones. Good to have you with us tonight.